Hi guys, it is Mrs. Logue and I'm going to go through the PowerPoint Interdependence, Unit 10, Lesson 2, Why Do Bird Beaks Differ, or why are bird beaks different? Okay, so the benchmark we are focusing on is SC5 L17-1, so this is life science. Compare and contrast adaptations displayed by animals and plants that enable them to survive in different environments, such as life cycle variations, animal behaviors, and physical characteristics. And this is our scale. Remember, your goal is to be a level 3 or higher. Learning goal. The students will be able to compare and contrast adaptations displayed by animals and plants that enable them to survive in different environments. Okay, adaptation. Birds have adapted to eat different kinds of food. This is why there are so many different shapes to bird beaks. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a list of some different types, some different shapes. This is not a complete list, but it is it's a list that's got most of them. Okay, so the first is cone-shaped, sharp curved beaks, thin pointed beaks, short slender beaks, flat beaks, sharp beaks, and chisel beaks. All right, so let's start looking at a couple of different examples. So this is a hummingbird. A hummingbird has a long, slim, probing beak. Think about how the shape of its beak helps the hummingbird extract the nectar from the flower. Here's a cardinal. It has a cone-shaped beak. Notice how it's very different from the hummingbird's beak. They eat very different foods. It is shaped like short pliers and it is perfect for cracking open seeds. How does the shape of the blue heron's beak help it hunt fish in the water? If you look closely at the beak, you'll notice that it is very long and sharp. They can use this adaptation to help them catch prey in the water, particularly fish. They can actually stab the fish with it and grab their food. So this is a duck, a mallard to be exact. Ducks are aquatic birds. That means they live in or near the water. Their flat beak helps strain water from the sides when they eat food they catch in the water. So if you notice a duck's bill or beak is very different from the pointy blue heron we saw and also from the hummingbird. Very different because they eat very different foods. All right, so here's a woodpecker. A woodpecker has a long, sharp beak. Its chisel-like feature helps them bore into trees and eat insects. I don't know if you've ever seen a woodpecker before, but they use their beak kind of like a hammer to drive a hole into the tree to get their food. All right, so here's a quick question for you to think about. Why does a cardinal not hunt fish in a pond or lake? Now, cardinals, if you saw from the picture before, a cardinal has that cone-shaped beak and he eats seeds. So why do you think he would not hunt fish in a pond or lake? It's easier for the cardinal to crack open seeds because of the shape of its beak. It would be very difficult for it to catch a fish with such a short beak. And then there's our scale. And one more look at our learning goal. Students will be able to compare and contrast adaptations displayed by animals and plants that enable them to survive in different environments.